Hey there, I'm Steve, and welcome to Jamsinentertainment, and welcome to the conversation. Just before we get started, as you know, we're building a community here at Jamsinentertainment. There are many ways you can help build a community. One is you go into the description below and click on the Amazon link and get your copy of today's review. I recently got an email from the Amazon affiliates. I think that was about 10 days ago when they gave me a 90-day notice, so I have about 80 days left to become an official Amazon affiliate. I'm still in a probationary period. I can always sign up again, but it would really help with the community towards the goal of becoming self-sustaining. Other ways you can help: like and subscribe so you can never miss a part of the conversation. But please share this video. That's the biggest thing you can do for this community. Sharing the video, getting the word out there, letting people know there's a place for them to go and have conversations like this. Okay, today on Throwback Thursday, we're looking at planes, trains, and automobiles. And until very recently, I kept on getting the title of this movie wrong. I kept on calling it Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. I guess it just rolls off the tongue for me. Easier to say trains, planes, and automobiles, but it's planes, trains, and automobiles. Starring Steve Martin and John Candy. And this movie, I recently got it. I was sitting watching either YouTube or another movie. I was like, I don't have this movie. And I was also thinking, now that October's done, I did horror movies for that month. This month, and on this channel, we celebrate holidays in the correct month. We do not do what big corporate does, where Christmas was out. I work big box retail. Christmas was out like 2 weeks before Halloween. I don't do that. I'm sure you don't either. Okay, I know I'm going on a tangent, but I mean, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a Thanksgiving movie, and I'm looking for other ones to do. I've put on my Amazon list Grumpy Old Men because I looked up like popular Thanksgiving movies. That's on the list. Where was I going with this? Oh, the meme. My favorite meme for the holidays. I share it on Facebook every time it shows up in my memories. It's a turkey shouting at Santa. It's like, "Wait your turn, fat boy!" I'll put it up. Wow, I really went off on a tangent there. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. As I was starting to say, before I went off my tangent, I watched it recently, and I thought to myself, we'll just do Thanksgiving movies. It is as hilarious as the first time I watched it. I think the first time I watched it was like early 2000s, maybe late 90s. It came out in 87. I was only 2 years old when it came out. And this is rated R. I didn't think it was rated R, but of course it's rated R because of my one favorite scene. We'll get to that. My neighbors, because I live in a row home, knew I was watching something funny because I was cackling for most of this movie. So the premise of the movie: Steve Martin, his character's name is Neil, is a corporate marketer, and it opens up, he's in a meeting, and his boss is trying to figure out which marketing to go with. And it's just taking forever and ever and ever, and he has a flight he has to catch at 6 p.m. Well, he misses the flight. Naturally, because it's a comedy. And there wouldn't be any movie if he caught the flight. Or no, he doesn't miss the flight. The flight gets delayed, and at the airport he runs into John Candy's character, Dell. Dell is a shower ring salesman, which is a pretty good running joke in this movie. Lots of people owe him favors. Oh, I showed them shower rings. So a set of shower rings once. Or the one scene. So they land in Wichita, not Chicago, because there's a blizzard that came through, and they had to land. They were going to get a motel room, but everything was booked up. But part of the running joke is Dell sold shower rings to one motel. They owe him a favor. They get a room together, and the hilarity that ensues in this hotel room. This is kind of like The Odd Couple. I'm just thinking of this now. This is kind of like The Odd Couple. Neil is the neat guy. Dell is the slob. This is The Odd Couple if they weren't friends and lived together. This is The Odd Couple they just happened to meet. There's so many funny parts. The two parts that made me laugh the hardest. The rental scene. Neil rents a car, and that'll take him home. Well, he gets dropped off in the car lot where he's supposed to pick up his car, and he gets to the spot, and it's empty. He hikes all the way back. It's like a 3-mile hike. I won't give it all away. But It's the part where he gets back and he just. I watched the special features on this. I think they say. This is the F bomb scene where he drops it like 19 times. It's just. That scene makes me. I watched it over and over again. It is an hour and a half movie. I made it 2.5 hours because I watched certain scenes over and over again. And then the other scene. So they keep on bumping into each other. Dell was able to get a car rental, and they take shifts driving. And one shift, Dell is driving. He gets a little hot in there. Okay, I won't give the entire scene. I left out a part, but I won't give the entire scene. But Dell is trying to take his jacket off because he's hot in the car. This is one of those jackets where it has those straps where you can tighten up around the wrist. And so when he tries to take off one arm, it gets stuck on the part that adjusts the car seat on the right side. And then he tries to take off the other side. That gets stuck. And in that moment, he has to use his legs or his knees to drive the car, and he goes down the wrong ramp, the really wrong ramp. He's driving down there, and you see another car that's going in the correct direction, and they try to tell him that he's going down the wrong way, and Dell doesn't believe him because he's like, "Oh, you're full of it," and he's calling them crazy and drunkards. But in the meantime, you have two Mack trucks coming down towards them because they are on the wrong side of the road. And they go between them. Oh, I love that scene. I watched that over and over again. This is a family comedy for adults. I mean, I guess you could show kids this movie because it's really just foul language. Nothing in there that's like explicit or anything like that. It's really just foul language. The overarching lesson in this movie is just learning to be a decent human being. I know that's a lesson in a lot of movies, but some movies like this one just drive it home better. Those are my thoughts on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Go down into the descriptions and get your copy of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people will like it, share it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and live your imagination.